What it do, folks? This is JJ, just Ja. Obviously, the topic for tonight is mine. This is why I am hosting tonight.
JJ.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. This is JJ's up tonight. Dynamite.
Hold on, I wasn't expecting the
Yeah, man.
dynamite.
Dynamite. You know
That
what I'm
was
saying?
good. That was
I said
good.
it, but
That
I
was
said it, but
good.
he got the look.
That was good.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm here with my family. I'm here with my sister. I'm here with my
You're
brother.
ready. You're ready.
You know what I'm saying? Mika, Empress, how are
Yes,
you?
sir. Listen. I am great. I'm amazing. I'm splendid. I'm living life. I'm having a good time. All's good over here. All the good things.
All of that. All of that.
Wow, some powerful adjectives. I like that.
I tried to pull them all out my back pocket. Every
like
good
that.
adjective.
I like
All of
that.
that. All of that. All of that. I gotta get you one of my shirts. It got all of those adjectives on it too. I'm gonna ship you one of them joints. One of my joints.
I was supposed to get one last season. I forgot. My bad.
It's all right. It's all right. No worries. No worries. No worries. My man in the B-boy, my man with the B-boy stance, the B-boy look, Dark Mark. What's good with you, King?
It's just begun.
50 years of hip hop. You already
And counting. Oh
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
listen,
yeah.
I'm ecstatic about all that, man. I just need to mention that the Grammys did an awesome job
Okay. Okay.
and inviting all those acts. I mean, like LL said before we got into it, it would be impossible for them to invite everybody.
Yeah.
I know some rappers at home like, damn, they ain't holler at the kid. They
Yeah.
ain't call me. They ain't call. It's too many.
It's too many dudes.
Too many.
Too many dudes and ladies. It's like,
But the Grammys did
yeah, the Grammys.
justice.
Yeah.
Had an awesome time watching that. 50 years of hip hop. Let's keep going another 50.
Yeah, of course.
May not be around for that.
Yeah. But we was there for the first 50. You know what I mean?
We enjoying it now, man.
Outside of that, the Grammys was very black also, might I say.
Awesome stuff.
Okay.
Awesome stuff.
Oh, interesting enough, 35 years ago, hip hop boycotted the Grammys because the Grammys didn't acknowledge hip hop as an art or music genre. Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, yeah. They wasn't recognized as art, as music, and they never got nominated, and so they was excluded from the Grammy committee to be nominated to get an award. So they boycotted it. So here we are, 35 some odd years later, and there's nothing but hip hop in the Grammy.
But straight rocking.
You know what I'm saying?
Straight rocking, man. But how Harry Styles get album of the year though?
Oh, did he? I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't even watch the Grammys, so I don't know. But listen,
that's another conversation.
R&B or he a hip hop artist?
Nah, album of the year. Period.
Album of the year. But what does he do? What's his genre? He's
pop.
He's pop.
Pop. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was one of the members of One Direction. They all broke up and went, did their solo thing, but
they all went in their own.
He's the most successful. He's the most successful out of all of them.
I see.
Album of the year. I mean, he's doing his thing.
Okay. It's kind of like the Bobby Brown of the group. Bobby Brown was successful when they broke up.
Yeah, same situation. Same situation.
You know what I'm saying?
But outside of that, I'm alive and well, man.
Yes, sir. Looking
grateful
good.
to be here with you two to enjoy another show, another topic, share some education, learn, and just continue on, man. Let's keep winning.
Absolutely. So yeah, I wanted to go in a little different direction, comrades.
Cool.
And also shout out to 92.6 The Spot. We air on Fridays at 6 p.m. Shout out to our WKPS family, 92.6 family.
92.6.
Yes, indeed. So tune in to listen to us and tune in to listen to everybody else. Shout out to the JP Show. Shout out to Straight from the Block. Shout out to Sinette Nicole Approves. Shout out to Music and Me. Shout out to Meeting with the Priors.
I'll be on that show.
Yeah, shout out to all of them. Shout out to the Beauty Cave. Yes, sir. Shout out to all of them. You know what I mean? So just want to do a different topic that's not really touched, but it's something that I've thought about, had conversations with my wife and other people. And I want to talk about food. I want to talk about nutrition and how, through my observation, it's a slow death for us.
Wow, that's deep.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. I mean, definitely feel free to look at it another way, but to me, I see the setup where what's being produced on supermarket shelves and the like from when we were born, and we consume these foods, and these foods, particularly foods that contain sugar, particularly this one particular high fructose corn syrup, dextrose, and it's the sugars that's not recognized, not really recognized as sugar in these products because the products taste so good or whatever like, but it's in a lot of products, and it's been the cause of diabetes. And diabetes is a disease that affects Black people to a great deal because we're consuming these products on the shelves, the cereals, the sauces, the even the salad dressings, the potato chips, the sodas. That one particular I call him the ringleader. High fructose corn syrup. He's
Wait,
like the ringleader.
There's a particular drink though you're talking about?
No, not in a particular drink. I'm just talking about all sodas. If you look at the ingredient, that I call it a mastermind. High fructose corn syrup.
That's a fact.
Yeah, man.
You know, and unbeknownst to us, you know, due to our naivete, we're consuming these foods that taste good. Ma, what's the dinner? What's for dinner? Steak, rice, nice glass of Kool-Aid. What's for dessert?
You went to Kool-Aid, red Kool-Aid.
Red Kool-Aid.
You going too far now, Joe.
Listen.
You gotta leave Kool-Aid out of this.
Leave Kool-Aid out of it. You see?
We'd already been dead.
What's for dessert? Cake, ice cream, or just all that sugar we consume, and then we develop cravings. We develop addictions.
Good stuff.
And ultimately, once we reach a certain age, we reach the middle age, we start getting these afflictions, diabetes and high blood pressure, and physical impairments, additional fat, we're overweight. We're getting older. We become less and less mobile. Metabolism is slower, so the weight catches on, and the weight is in our gut, and so the gut is like the central point, the core of our function of our bodies altogether. But the consumption of these foods from when we were young, with the cravings and addictions that we keep eating, and even with the meat, that's why I call it slow death, unbeknownst to us. And then here we are, we're paying the price for it for a lot of us in our community, unfortunately. So I'm gonna stop it there because I wanted to add another theory on how everything is structured and set up for us to be eating these type of foods, and it's pretty well planned out, and it's something that is well planned out, but it's a foul plan, in my opinion. But before I get into that, I just wanted to hear you guys' thoughts on the nutrition and the type of foods we collectively in the community are eating and how it affects us physically and emotionally. I'll start with you, T. What's your thoughts on that? Ladies first. You know how we do.
Yeah. I know how we do. I don't think I wasn't ready for it though.
Yeah.
Because you said so much, as always. John, what you want me to say, man? What you want me to do with this? I concur. I think that our foods are I was gonna say our foods are killing us. I don't think they're killing us. I think they're keeping us alive just enough. I don't think the goal is to kill us, but I don't think the goal is to keep us healthy. I think that y'all, I can't stand the FDA. I can't stand the USDA. Like, I think to hear some of the things that are approved in this country for consumption, that other countries are like, y'all are eating what? What now?
Right. Yes.
We don't let our people eat that stuff.
Yes.
And so I think, Ja, I'm on your train. I'm on your conspiracy train with this, because it doesn't just feel like, there's evidence that the FDA, the USDA are in cahoots with some of these food companies. So some of these companies that are producing all of these sugary foods, fatty foods, all of that, and pharmaceutical companies benefit when all is said and done. So I think I'm gonna boil this all down to sex and money. It all comes down to sex and money. And why did I ask sex? Let me tell you why I'm going to ask sex. Because I did a scientific study of one person who used to work in the pharmaceutical industry, and part of her job was to woo these high-level executives. And how did she do it? They would go to strip clubs, right? So that would, let me add alcohol, sex, drugs, alcohol, money, all linked together, all the focus of FDA, USDA. I said it.
All right.
And so with all of that in mind, I think that our health is not primary. It's not about, like, I've been searching, y'all, and to me, it's not just the sugary foods. It's not just the meats. It's not just the fish. It's vegetables and fruits as well, because they're all being sprayed with pesticides. And I've been looking for 3 years for grapes with seeds in them. Can somebody please tell me where the grapes are that actually have seeds in them? Why are all of the grapes seedless? I just want seeds in my grapes, please.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there for now.
All right.
Listen, that sounds like a movie. So we started off with food and nutrition. Now we're talking about sex, drugs, alcohol, strip clubs. The only thing we need is guns.
Oh, we can't say the NRA, because once we say the NRA, podcast is shut down. It's over.
We might as well. We already doing the movie.
Yeah.
So we in.
Listen, if we're going to say the NRA, we might as well say PETA. PETA shuts down everything. PETA shuts down every single thing. Help me understand where PETA is as far as the farming community, cows, pigs, all of it. Like, what's going on? What's going on? Because I feel like PETA is super duper powerful. And if they wanted to kind of address the way farms are being handled or mishandled, I think they could. So I just said everybody.
Yeah, I'm sure they could. A lot of this that goes on with the food in regards to the food we eat, since you mentioned the FDA and things of that nature, you have to keep in mind all these food companies, they all have powerful lobbyists. So at the end of the day, it's always going to be about money. You want your food to be in the store, knowing it has a high content of salt, knowing that it has a high content of sugar or high fructose, like John mentioned. You pay people to make sure the Congress get it in there. This is what it is. You understand? Now, the healthy food, that might just get in there anyway because it meets USDA standards based on the amount of protein, the amount of sugar, the amount of salt that we should have per day. That's healthy. But there's some things that far exceed that, and we know that. when my daughter was young, I think maybe like 5 or 6 year old, she used to like kids cuisine. She used to love this stuff. They make all kinds of different meals, kids cuisine, something quick. Go right there in the freezer, throw it in the microwave, done. She happy. Got the little mashed potato section, got the little chicken section. Everything is sectioned off on the tray. So I was talking to my mom one day, and she said, "Boy, why are you buying that stuff for her?" I said, "Oh, Mom, she liked that." She said, "Mom, look on the back." I said, "Look on the back." So I looked on the back, and I saw the salt content, and I just stopped buying it immediately. Because had I kept buying that based on the age that she was at the time, and she kept eating that for the next couple of years, she definitely would have had a lot of health problems. And it would have been related to the salt. I would have been contributing to it. Not because she didn't like it, but it was just out of convenience. Maybe one particular night that I don't feel like cooking, grab kids cuisine, and she liked it. So after I started looking on the back and reading the label and just looking at the salt content, I was like, oh my God. So I just stopped buying it. And I explained to her, I said, "Listen, I'm not buying it anymore." She put on her sad face and everything, 5-year-old. So I explained to her as much as she could understand at that age why I'm not doing it, but she'll appreciate it when she get older. Then she started getting into reading the back of the labels. So a lot of that with goes on. I'll introduce this word for us. I'll say accountability. Now, we can't all blame these food companies if we eat it. You understand? When you go in the supermarket, when you go on Popeyes, when you go on McDonald's, when you go on Wendy's, you have a choice. Granted, sometimes you may feel like McDonald's. Nothing wrong with that. It's just how often you go. Granted, you may feel like Popeyes. I don't eat Popeyes at all. That's just me, because that's beyond greasy. I could lotion up with all that grease because it's just that much. But again, you have a choice in buying that. So I can't blame all these industries, but the one thing I could blame is that they put in profit over our health. It's just the amount of salt of sugar. You just think, why does it need that much? So the more salt you put, the longer that it's going to last. Shelf life means a lot.
Yes.
So you pay those lobbyists, you get it into the stores, people buy it, and it's convenient. What did I may mess up his joke, but Chris Rock said, how come when you go to a funeral, right? And then when you go to the repast, you eat the same food that killed the person that you went to the funeral for. And when we have the repast, come on, you know what kind of cooking is going on there.
Yes.
But we, like he said, we eating the same thing that killed that person. So it got to be accountability on our end too if we eat these things. Now, when I was growing up, my mom always said, listen, whatever you do when you get older, that's on you. But you can't say you didn't get the right foods here. So any vegetable you name, she cooked it. Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, carrots, all of that. We had all the stuff that you need to eat. And we couldn't leave the table till we finished it. Them same rules applied. You ain't getting no dessert, pound cake, none of that until you finish these vegetables. So when she used to make Brussels sprouts, I used to think by far Brussels sprouts was the devil's work. Because I hated Brussels sprouts. That it stinks. It looks stink. I hated that. I think it was asparagus. No, it was Brussels sprouts first, asparagus, then cauliflower.
Okay.
Oh God, and she used to make it. We had to eat it. So the way my kitchen was situated, my mom, she still don't find this that funny to this day, but this is when we were young. So I sit in the middle. My sister sits to the right of me. My brother sits to the left of me. We all sitting at the kitchen table. My mom and dad in the living room. We eating dinner, right? So based on how the living room is, they could see everything. They could see my sister, everything. They just see my back and partially my side, but they can't see my brother at all. So Brussels sprouts come, right? My mom make a lot of it. She give each of us like 5 along with the meal. So my sister, yeah, we talking about school, da da da. She slide all her Brussels sprouts onto my plate on the low, maybe
Yeah.
2 at a time.
Yeah.
Boop, boop.
Yeah.
I slide my Brussels sprouts onto my brother plate.
Yeah.
Out the window. Real talk. My brother get up nice and slow, crack the window real easy.
Yeah.
Slide them Brussels sprouts down. You
Yeah.
understand? Gone.
Yeah.
Listen.
You had a little system going.
We had a system. Yo, Brussels sprouts. Oh my God. So we told our mom that story like years later, maybe when we all moved out and everything.
Yeah.
But she didn't find it funny. We laughing. She didn't find it funny.
Oh,
She's like, that's all right. That's all right. You appreciate it now, though. we balling on the floor. Now Brussels sprouts, it's fine. I eat it and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But another factor you got to look at, everybody's financial situation ain't the same, man. Some people out here just screwed up. They can't afford to go to Whole Foods or Trader Joe's and buy that type of stuff. Right. And it's unfortunate. So it's a lot of factors to bring into this and to say, so basically everybody could do better. I'll say that. That'd be the best way to sum it up. We could do better depending upon what we eat, like you said, exercise and things of that nature. Maybe you want to go to McDonald's once every 6 months or something like that. All the food and beverage companies, they could do better. Yeah. And FDA, everybody could do better. It's a joint effort. Yeah. In regards to that, I think it takes everybody. That's one of those things where they say it takes a village. As far as the food, it would definitely take everybody. But I must say, once I was old enough, had my own job and I'm outside hanging out, you're not going to go anywhere where they sell Brussels sprouts. What you going to get? You're going to get a slice of a pizza with extra cheese and pepperoni. It's dripping oil. Soon as you get the thing, first thing you got to hold it like this, pour the excess oil off.
Oil off. Yeah, exactly.
You already know. If you got to pour some off, you hold it. Make sure it don't get on your fresh kicks. Yeah. Come on, man. You already know what your heart is saying, man. But that's what we did.
Your heart is like, yo, chill, man.
Chill, man.
You're gonna clog up these arteries, boy. You're gonna clog up these arteries. These are arteries.
You're gonna clog them up. But you're not thinking we young. We think we invincible. We ain't worrying about that. Come on. Exactly. And we had the means to buy these things. Come on. How many neighborhoods we done been in, they got Crown Fried Chicken? Kennedy Fried Chicken.
Every hood.
Come on, man.
All of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
Every hood.
But that's part of my issue. Like, part of my issue is, we all have some level of accountability, but there's a part of this that it feels like it's too hard, that it I don't want to say too. Yeah, I do want to say too hard. Sometimes it feels too hard. Trader Joe's is dope. Like, I think the prices at Trader Joe's are lower than some of the supermarkets. But Trader Joe's, and as far as produce is concerned, but Trader Joe's is not in every neighborhood. Like, any Trader Joe's I went to, I always had to get in the car and drive to another neighborhood to go ahead and partake in that. But their vegetables and produce sections, they're varied, and honestly, they were less expensive in some regards than whatever my neighborhood stores are. But we're fighting a machine, like we're fighting a system. The marketing is serious.
That's a good choice of words.
Like, if you talked about your daughter, about Marjane, and that made me think about schools and school lunches. So if this system was set up for us to be healthy, why not start in the schools with the babies? Why are they're getting that? I mean, I remember pizza day in school. Pizza day in school was dope. It was the best day.
Super dope.
It's super dope. It's the
pizza day. Yes, sir.
It's burger day. Burgers they was gray, but whatever. There were those patties. There were no salads. Like, when was that happening? It was not happening. And you talked about McDonald's. We grew up with Happy Meals. with the, you know, Hamburglar and all that. That wasn't geared towards our parents. That was geared towards us.
Definitely.
Because they know if you get in the kid's ear and the kid's gonna be mommy, mommy, daddy, daddy, mommy, daddy, and you're gonna be like, you know what?
All right. Yeah. All right.
God.
Yeah.
So
No,
it's like you said, marketing. Sorry, before you say that, Ja. So you notice whenever you go to the supermarket in the cereal aisle, all the kids' cereal is in the middle because it's within their line of sight. They don't have to look up. They don't have to look down. All they got to do is look straight. Tricks, Lucky Charms, all of those are in the middle. All the healthy cereals, any brand cereal, anything you can think of that's healthy, it's at the top. So kids see all those cereals.
Yeah, you guys make excellent points. I mean, everything is systematic, even down to the structure and the placement. To your point, Mark, because of the visual. And the sad part, to your point, T, is that these type of foods are geared at the babies. We were susceptible to it. We were susceptible to it ourselves when we were younger. The McDonald's, the free toy, or the promotion. Get one Big Mac, get another Big Mac free.
Oh yeah.
The commercials. Oh, the coupons. Back in the days, the coupons.
Yes.
And the circulars, the McDonald's coupons. My mother used to cut them out, and when she feel like cooking it, she sent me to Mickey D's. I get that one Big Mac free. That that 2 for 1. All that kind of stuff. So it is geared to the babies. It was geared to us when we were babies, when we were youngsters. But the sad,
it still is.
Yeah, sad, and the cycle continues. But the unfortunate part about it is it develops cravings. It develops an addiction.
Yep.
And then we spend a good part of our adult lives battling with that craving, battling with that addiction. I can attest to it. I have a sugar addiction right now. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
And I'm pre-diabetic. You understand? So it's that's where the end game comes in at. But we're adults now, so they don't care about us. So they'll make the argument that we need to be accountable, and not disputing your argument that we need to be accountable.
Nah, I dig it.
But that'll be the argument that they can fall back on. Well, you're an adult now. You can make choices. You need to be accountable for your health. We're not forcing you to eat Apple Jacks every day. Right? You're an adult now. Why you decide to eat Apple Jacks every day?
Yeah.
Why you decide to eat Frosted Flakes 3 days out the week? And why you decide to drink Coca-Cola? Why? Well, because it was given to me as a kid, pretty much.
And you can't say it's cheap.
Yeah,
you can't say it's cheap because cereal is super expensive.
Yes. I mean, back in the days, I think those type of cereals like Trix and Frosted Flakes, they ran. I guess it was considered expensive back in the days because it was like $2.99 back in the days or something like that.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, $2.99. But right now, it's like $5.99,
$7.99,
$7.99, $6.99. You know what I mean? So yeah, the price did increase, but still, the system is the same. The structure is still the same. The marketing strategy is still the same. It's an attack on the babies, and they force fed us when we were babies. We, through our naivete as kids, we looking at it, we wanted the excitement, looking at the Hamburglar, Ronald McDonald. They use characters and animation to represent the food, so we get excited about the food and we want the food. And so and our parents, the whole structure well planned. Parents is working all day, double shifts, don't feel like cooking. Some of our homes are single parent homes. Even with homes that were 2-parent homes, they both tired. They don't feel like cooking. Cut out the coupon. Go to McDonald's. Go to Burger King. Eat that food. So, and then like I said, we get into adulthood. We're struggling with our health. high blood pressure, clogged arteries, diabetes. Go to the doc.
Everything.
Yeah, we get to the doctor. What do the doctors do? Prescribe us, give us prescriptions. So we funneling. So the pharmaceutical industry is getting funneled, is being funneled with money as well, because we got to pay with our health insurance. Health insurance is covering for us, but it's paying off the pharmaceutical industry, and so it's this cycle. So that's why I say I know it's kind of harsh. That's why I say slow death. And so we have to as adults, yes, we do have to hold accountability and make better choices. So in order for us to improve our health and be in longevity, but understand that there's a knowing of how things are set up, and we have parents, and that's not to say we don't have parents that weren't responsible for proper nutrition. They did the best they could.
Definitely.
But again, to T's point, our moms fed us vegetables. I was fed vegetables, but those vegetables from the hood are sprayed with pesticides, like she said. Those the produce, is sprayed with pesticides. So that's a no end. That's a no end way to consume food. We're still caught up in ingesting chemicals in our body. So it's just to say all that to say it's an unfortunate thing. We have to be mindful, and I encourage more parents in this day and age to do your best to feed your babies well. Don't let them don't get them caught up in the commercialization of food, the romanticization of the foods out here that consume all these sugars. Parents, I implore the parents, do your best to nourish your children the best way possible, most healthiest way possible. And that was actually the whole purpose of doing this show, to shed a light on how they're structurally, how the FDA, the USDA, and the pharmaceutical industry are structurally have a system where they damage the human through nutrition. They damage the human body through nutrition.
They do.
Yeah.
I want to, you asked about the emotional impact, and I just want to talk about that for a second too.
Yeah, please go ahead.
First of all, I remember, I don't know how long it happened, but there was a period of time that Lincoln Hospital in the Bronx was giving out prescriptions for fruits and vegetables. And whoever received the prescription would take the prescription out to there was a fruit stand outside. Now the quality of the fruit, whatever, but they would take it out to the fruit stand and show it to the person at the fruit stand, and it would say, oh, you get 5 apples, a bunch of bananas, 3 oranges. They would pack that up, and the person would go away with the fruit for free because it was a prescription from the doctor. And I just wish that more things like that would happen. I also want to add the gym, and I'm going to throw everybody in this, right, and drive the bus over them, because I want to throw the gym industry in there as well.
Oh, because okay, break that down. Yeah,
I feel like they benefit as well, because the psychology of this seems to be that as the individual, you walk away feeling guilty, feeling responsible, feeling like, why can't I do this? And so then you get your little gym membership, and your gym membership usually, depending on your level of motivation or what your schedule looks like, or the results that you see, most people don't end up going to the gym for that long. And I think it's because you're fighting kind of this uphill battle against the food industry. But to speak to the emotional impact of it, I think that there's also been studies shown that connect our diets to things like, and not exclusively, right? There are many factors, but there is a connection to things like depression, to Alzheimer's, dementia, like things like that show up and impact our mental health. And I know that for me, sometimes if I'm feeling a particular way, my goal is to be like, oh, let me eat the colors, right? Eat the colors of the rainbow, because there is a connection between the food you eat and your emotional experience.
Yes.
And the better you eat, generally, you will see some level of an improvement in your, again, not only the food you eat, but there is a correlation.
Yes. Agreed. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
Emotional eating is a thing. And when the correlation, and definitely the correlation is when we feel a certain way, we turn to food. And it's and we turn to food not necessarily for nourishment, but for
Comfort.
comfort. And a good portion of our community, or just even American society as a whole, we eat food for comfort. Collectively, we're overweight. Collectively, we're battling health issues again to that point, but it's due to a lot of emotional eating, and it starts from the cravings and addiction, and the cravings and the addiction. It's not just drugs. Food, eating certain types of foods is a craving. It's also addiction. I've read that sugar is the most addictive substance, more addictive, and it's more addictive than crack. Sugar, refined fine sugar is more addicting than crack, because it's placing everything. You know, like I mentioned before in the beginning of the show, you're consuming it in everything, unbeknownst to you, and this craving comes forth, and you don't know, you don't recognize, you don't understand where it's coming from, but this is what happens. And so it's sugar is a very dangerous thing. Refined sugar is called fine sugar, refined sugar. Yeah, yeah, very addictive. Very addictive.
But
so what do you go ahead, D1.
No, you go ahead.
What do you recommend, Ja? Like as far as sugar. So there's a lot of people that have a sweet tooth.
Yeah.
So, let's say you haven't had, a donut for about 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
You come across the place, you're coming from work, working somewhere, you see the donut place, donuts about this big, $4 or $5 a piece, something like that. You say, damn, I'm overdue for a nice donut. Let me go ahead and grab one. Maybe you buy one for yourself, some for the missus, something like that. Maybe you get 2 or 3 donuts, something like that.
Yeah.
You knock that off. So you just recommend people eat the amount that you're supposed to have per day, which a lot of people may not necessarily know, or just avoid sugar at all costs, which you can't.
Yeah, you really can't.
Yeah. What is it that you recommend that people do going forward? Because I know you mentioned in regards to the parents.
Yeah.
One thing they could do, they could lead by example, because the kids may grow up and emulate that same eating pattern, that same meal pattern.
Yeah.
So they can have the same sort of vegetables, fruits, and everything all in the house. So they seen it in their house. Maybe they may do it when they grow up. But what do you recommend, like as far as the sugar, since it's this addictive?
Me personally, and just to put the disclosure out there, I'm not a medical analyst. I'm not a food scientist and the like.
Dietitian.
I'm not a dietitian.
Nutritionist.
Yeah, I'm not none of those things. So this is purely my opinion.
It's just Ja's opinion.
It's just Ja's opinion, and what Tamika, how I go? What NDRE say? What I'm saying.
It's just my opinion. Ain't nothing that I'm saying, Lord.
There we go. Yeah, what I'm saying, Lord. So we got that disclaimer out the way. So you asked me as an adult, right? As an adult, my best answer would be to have a conscientious mind of where you're at health wise. Like for me, take me for example, I'm pre-diabetic, so I know I really have to be conscientious of my sugar intake. So personally, what I have to do is try to consume more fruit as opposed to cakes or cookies. Consume more fruit, and that's not to say I'm so disciplined in doing that, because I still cheat. I still have cakes and cookies, but be mindful and be aware that if I don't want to cross that line and become a diabetic, I need to dial it back. I need to chill and be mindful. So I say more consumption of fruit. I say use of honey instead of sugar for the sweet taste. I also recommend fasting. I've fasted before. I've done it mad times. I can do like 48 to 72 hours with no problem.
Woo!
Fasting. You know what I'm saying?
But
But
listen to the emphasis. Not that you've done it a lot of times.
Yeah.
You've done it mad times.
Mad times.
That's a whole other level of discipline. I just want people to understand that.
Yeah.
You can do things a lot of times. That don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
You've done it mad times. Talk that shit, Ja. Tell them you done it mad. That's a different level of discipline.
Yeah.
I gotta get where you at.
Yeah, I've done it mad times. So, what else? Yeah, I can't think of nothing else, man. I mean, that would be my suggestion. Now, I know the fasting thing might be, you look at me like I got 6 heads and I'm speaking Arabic. Like come on, like fasting. You mean not eat? Like not eat? Oh, son,
I know a couple of cats that do the fasting thing, and they recommend it. I mean, I'm just trying to understand what it's for. For some people, it may be different. I have another homeboy. He does the fasting thing. Do the same thing 24, 48 hours. He don't eat anything, just drinking water. And then I asked, so, how do you feel now after that? Do you feel like it's rebirth or something like that? And, what happened? Did something come to you, some sort of spirit or something? Did you have an epiphany, or what changed about your life or lifestyle? Are you going to go to church now?
So sarcastic. You were so.
I hit him with a lot of questions.
He would ask somebody that.
I ask these type of things because I know I like to eat. The type of person that I am. I'll share anything with you. I'd rather share my money with you than my food. I don't share my food. I don't like sharing my food. I don't take joy in that. You understand? I just don't. Anyone I've ever been with, relationship or not, you're gonna have to ask me, if you want some. If I offer, that's a big deal for me to add. Listen, you want some? I just don't, because that's one of the joys of life, me consuming this meal. Mark, you want some? Here, go get one. I'll buy it for you. But this is mine. So I enjoy eating. I don't see myself fasting. You understand? But it may do something to you. Something may come of it. It may make you feel a certain way. And I think where we are now in 2023, I think people are a lot more educated about their food choices. So you can see the different things in the places that we go to now. Before, you couldn't go in the restaurant and see anything that said a vegan option. That was unheard of. You understand? Over the last few years, it's starting to come in restaurants more and more. Even McDonald's is supposed to be making a vegan burger.
They call it Impossible Burger.
So even though the trend is moving very slow, it's starting to move in that direction because people are becoming more health conscious. A lot more people are drinking water. You understand?
That's fair.
Sales of soda are really starting to decline because of all that sugar in the soda. We know what it's going to do over time. You understand? So you can mention people going to the gym. You see the people go to the gym, got the gallon of water. Do you really need that? Come on, what you gonna do? Pour it on you? All right,
There she go.
There she go. She had to stunt, right?
I'm supposed to be finished.
But I think people are more health conscious now, and we have a lot more options as far as stores to go to. We mentioned Trader Joe's. We mentioned Whole Foods. And
Mhm.
even in certain supermarkets, they may add a different section for those type of people that like the organic stuff. Now, that's a whole conversation with just that word organic, because anything that mentioned organic, you add in another $10.
Mm-hmm.
Just by the mere word organic being put on it, that's another $10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just cause. But you know, I think people are making a lot more healthier choices in regards to the food they eat, because the knowledge is available now. All you got to do is Google it.
Yes. Yes. That's fair. That's fair. You're right. You're right. There's some coming around, and it's gaining some traction. But I personally kind of give a side eye to slapping organic on a label.
I agree with you.
I mean, do we really know it's organic? And at a point that you could slap that on a label so you could charge us $5 to $10 more.
Come on, man, it's money, but
Yeah.
it's working.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is.
What you make it the marketing? You put organic. Oh, let me get this.
Yeah.
But marketing is one reason why I think people are drinking more water too. I remember when they first bottled water, I was like, why are we gonna buy water?
Yeah.
But eventually they marketed it well enough, and most of us buy bottled water.
Yeah, and they have different levels of bottled water. Like Poland Spring is kind of lowbrow as far as water. But Fiji that's Fiji, right? That's what it's called, Fiji.
I don't know the layers.
I think it's called Fiji water, and the bottle it looks so beautiful with the waterfall, and it says naturally untouched such and such water.
Right.
You feel different when you buy that. It's like
but some of them are processed in the soda plant. Some of them are via Coca-Cola.
Right.
Yes.
It may be at the treatment plant right there on 145th at Riverside Park. Ain't no telling.
No telling.
You know?
Coca-Cola owns Dasani.
Dasani. I knew it was one of them.
Companies.
Yeah, that's Coca-Cola's. That's Coca-Cola's water. Dasani.
Yep. And so this makes it hard because I feel like you're talking about the sugars, right? And so there's some products like the cereals and things like that, the potato chips, all of those things. But again, let me put out the disclaimer too. I'm not a doctor, nutritionist, a medical professional. I'm not none of those things. House and ever, Nan.
Go ahead, Nana.
House and ever. From my understanding, we still get trapped because at one point I thought we were taught to shop on the edges of the supermarket, right? Get the produce, the dairy, your fresh meats, whatever. But then I think I'm hearing now and understanding that the way the animals are fed, the pharmaceuticals that they're giving, the preservatives, all of these things are all in their bodies, in their
hormones
meat,
and
all the hormones. And so there's something about that now I think the way our bodies process and break it down also contributes to diabetes. So like what I mean,
it's a lot. It's a whole lot. So if you watch TV, every day you're going to hear about something that you eat and that can cause cancer. Every day. So as you hear all this different information and you share with other people, you're gonna come to a point where you say, damn, the only thing I could probably drink is water. Because everything can kill me. Some things may kill you faster. Some things may kill you slower. But you start to think, wow, everything could kill me. Same point she was making. It's too many studies and everything that come about. This can cause cancer. This can cause diabetes. It's too many things. But like you said, you have to make a conscious decision based on your health at the time. You understand? But since we're on the topic, I want to ask you about what is it? And keeping whether it's salty, whether it has a lot of sugar or whatever. Give me two things that you're not going to give up no matter what. Any two foods that no matter what come out, you're not giving it up.
I'm gonna say for me, it's on the salty side. I'm about to go with French fries. I love French fries. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, a
Yeah.
food from the gods.
Give me one more, John. Give me one more.
And on the sugary side, I'm gonna have to go with that's a good one. On the sugary side, I'm gonna have to go with chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely
D1, what you
that's
got?
definitely my kryptonite. That's my kryptonite.
I got you. D1, what you got?
Listen, before I answer this question, I want us to be
Another
clear.
disclaimer.
Here's another
We should be
disclaimer.
disclaiming out tonight, man.
If we look at some of the vitamins, even vitamins, the first ingredient is like syrup, sugar, corn syrup,
Yeah.
artificial colors. I just want to.
Big facts. Big facts.
Yeah,
There
no
you
doubt.
go. Yeah, man.
No doubt. We
So-
can't win.
So therefore, my philosophy in life is moderation. And there's not a bunch that I'm going to give up, period. But I will, whatever. But what I'm never, ever, ever, ever giving up,
Never,
ever,
ever,
French
forever,
fries.
forever.
French
ever?
fries will go nowhere. I think I lived 2 years of my life eating hash browns in the morning, French fries for lunch,
Wow.
French fries, a large order of French fries for dinner.
Wow.
Gotta get the large. Gotta get the large order. Hell yeah. Gotta get the large, man.
Gotta get the large.
Oh, that's
And-
a must. Come on.
And then once I add the ketchup, I have the salt and the sugar. Come on, what am I doing?
This is the life.
This is it. And as far as a second thing, I'm not a big chocolate person. That's not my ministry.
Mhm.
But Hostess chocolate cupcakes with the little white swirl on the top.
Yeah,
And you
yeah,
open it
yeah,
up
yeah.
and the cream is in the middle.
Oh, you like those?
Let me tell you, yes. And I'm gonna add a third one just for
Uh-oh.
SNGs.
Uh-oh.
When they tried to X out Twinkies, I thought I'd like to die. What y'all mean? Y'all not gonna make any more
Yeah,
Twinkies?
Twinkies got a bad rap. You know how good that shit tastes with
Yeah,
some
man.
milk. What? We grew up on Twinkies.
Come
You
on.
crazy?
Big facts.
Come
Big
on.
facts.
What about you, Dark Mark?
So
sir.
I got two things.
Mhm.
Both of them sugar, right? I'm
Mm.
not a big fan of salt. I don't really cook with salt because too much salt will give me a headache.
Mhm.
So I could do without salt forever. So the one thing I will definitely not give up that's super sugary is my dough donuts. So I shared that with you guys. These donuts is heavenly. They
Mhm.
have, listen, I went there recently. They have a flavored donut. It's called peanut butter chocolate.
Wow. Okay.
Exactly. And that's how it tastes. That same wow. Listen,
All right.
and I can't. I can't. That's
We're not
my
making you. We're not making
drugs.
you give it
We
up.
ain't making- yeah, we ain't making.
Listen, and you buy that joint, you see him. Listen, let me get two of these. Two, yeah. And you looking at the whole
Yo, look at the
process.
smile on his face. He's like,
Look at his
Yo.
But John, now we know why he gave you the example earlier about donuts. He tried to act like it was all random. So what about this dude, right? Just want a donut. He didn't have a donut in a month.
Some
You
other
know what I
dude.
mean? Mhm.
And also chocolate mousse. Anybody that knows me know that that's my favorite dessert
Okay.
the
yeah.
world over. I can't give that up. They have this place over here on Lexington that
Mhm.
make the chocolate mousse. I can't. So those two things, it's just not gonna happen. They could come out with a report today that said if you've consumed chocolate mousse within the last 10 years, more than likely you're gonna die next month.
Dude.
You know, I'm gonna call you guys, say, listen, man, it's been real.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? y'all keep winning. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
See you next lifetime, right?
See y'all on the other side. Holla at me.
See you on the other side.
Yeah, those two things. But again,
Yeah.
moderation. I don't get the donuts all the time. Maybe once every 3 months, 3 or 4 months. The chocolate mousse, I go there maybe like every 6 months, something like that. Again, it's moderation. But when I do get it, I get enough to make me feel happy and bring a smile on my face. You understand? So I'm not going there every week. I'm not getting the donuts every week because, again, got to make a conscious decision. I know how much sugar is in this thing. It's just a retarded amount of sugar. I'm not even gonna add. Listen, peanut butter chocolate.
Yeah,
we don't even need to do the math. You already know.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I have to think, damn, Mark, you can't get this a lot.
Yeah, but I also like that you enjoy it when you ingest it in moderation and you sit and you enjoy it. Listen, what else are we going to do? It's probably acid raining on us at this point. Like we got to do the best we can and then just be happy.
And it's therapeutic. You know, to piggyback the other topic we had previously about depression and things of that nature, there's something that brings me joy. Listen, I get set up to eat these donuts. Let me tell you, I don't eat it on the way. Once I get home, I get set up, TV and everything. I'm put in front of it, put it on my little salsa. It's not just a regular donut. I'm in the street. Nah, I get set up for it, man. Get my hand towels. I get the placement, everything. Sit down. It's a movement.
Yeah, it's a session.
I love that.
Yeah, same thing with the chocolate mousse.
I dig it.
Look, your shoulders went up. You were like,
joy in his face.
Listen, y'all got to get these donuts. Y'all got to get these donuts.
Listen, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna buy you some donuts, and I'm gonna put Brussels sprouts in them. Gas station.
Ja, mute her mic, Ja. Ja.
Please let your mother know I got her back.
Ja, mute her mic for me, please. We don't have that long left, man. Just hit the button.
Wait, and you got a birthday coming up? Okay.
First of all, if I ever went in dough and they have Brussels sprouts on any of their donuts, rest assured it's gonna get burnt down. It ain't gonna be by me either. Someone else. What? That's it.
You're gonna change the trajectory of the relationship.
Yeah.
It's gonna go way left. It's gonna go way left.
ASAP.
Listen, you wait.
Oh man. Oh. Well, listen, y'all. I think the more better answer is moderation. So for the people listening on the radio 92.6 The Spot.
Definitely.
I think we're gonna go with that answer. Moderation.
People. I mean,
moderation.
Yes.
Yeah, and the third thing too, I gotta agree with y'all with French fries, man. French fries just go with everything.
Yeah.
It goes with everything. You can't even think of just get some fries.
Yeah.
It goes with everything. You can't miss with that.
Can't. You really can't.
You find them everywhere. Like
everywhere.
Yeah.
They fit into everybody's. Well, I guess not everybody. If you're Atkins, I guess you don't want fries, but everybody else, they'll be like, yeah, I can add fries in my diet.
It's fries. It's potato. That's how people justify it, right?
Yeah,
it's potatoes. It's a vegetable.
Yes, yeah. Right.
That's the justification. And I'm not just saying that. You know, we know people in our circles and outside of our circles.
No doubt.
Nah, it's a potato. We good.
Yeah, it's good. It's definitely justification right there. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's me. That's my justification. I don't got no problem.
Listen, but here's the bad thing, right? When we were young, right? Once we up and out, we could hang out with our friends. We got our own money from jobs. We could buy what we want.
Mhm.
So it was a place on Webster called McRogers. Same Crown Fried Chicken, Kennedy type of place.
Mhm.
So what you do, you go in there and you get a box of fries. There's about 1,000 fries in this box. You know, the checkerboard box with the wax paper.
No doubt.
What you do, get the salt and just go to town.
Hold that joint up. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yep.
You know you putting a lot of salt when you could have a conversation while doing it.
Yeah.
Dog, that's your word, John. So we go.
Yeah.
We headed there tonight. Nah, yeah, I'm going. I'm going,
Mhm.
no doubt. Who
Still
else
shaking.
gonna go?
Uh-huh.
You're unconscious, not even.
Conscious. Still shaking. Mhm.
Oh man, Ja, this food episode is going left. At first, we were inspirational.
Yeah. Try bring us back on message because
Yeah,
this
listen,
well,
Yeah, I know. Well,
we don't want to influence it. Ja,
I mean,
yeah, get us back
well,
on message, man.
well,
We doing bad.
Well, fortunately, our time is up. So, fortunately, our time is up. So, listen, on behalf of Not Right, Not Wrong, our message is moderation.
Moderation. That's a
Please-
fact.
Please make wise choices. And, you know, as an adult, I know you can relate to us when we say they pushed it on us as babies. We developed cravings and addictions, but now as an adult, we're more conscious, we're more educated, we're more mature, make better decisions. Now the onus is on you. It is, as an adult, the onus is on you.
As an adult,
Facts.
we were bamboozled as
Yeah,
kids.
we were.
Facts.
We didn't land on Plymouth Rock.
Oh,
Start landing on
Little Malcolm.
Yeah,
Little
yeah.
Malcolm.
Tamika X.
TX.
TX in the house.
Listen. Yeah, man. So again, we thank y'all for listening in.
Many thanks.
Yes. To my comrades, Mark and Tamika, thank you for participating in this conversation. You guys get great insights. I hope the people listening in can take a page or make some notations of what you guys have said. And behalf of Not Right, Not Wrong, Dark Mark, the B-Boy, Empress Tamika, this is just Ja saying until next week, peace and blessings.
Peace.
Peace.
Till next time.